I'm Cliff Goodhart, project manager with Eppstein Uhen Architects here in Madison, and we're at the Goodman Community Center at 149 Waubesa Street. The building was originally designed for the construction and manufacturing of farm equipment. Following that, after about 10 years, the building was used for the production of something called turret lathes. Turret lathes were equipment that were used in the manufacture of cannons, which was in high demand during World War I. During World War II, the building was used to construct bases for submarine engines. And the gantry at that time was built to help transport the large submarine engine bases from inside the building onto train cars. In 1940, the building was purchased by the Kupfer Iron Works company, and they occupied the building between 1940 and about 1980. And they were in the business of fabricating steel and iron for construction projects, bridges, and buildings around the area. They significantly altered the building by inserting a steel structure within the building's original wood structure, which is still present in the building today. Some of the preservation techniques we used were to try to distinguish the existing original materials and construction from the new construction and design. One of the strategies we used was to incorporate a reddish oxide paint on all of the existing steel members that were here and then added by the Kupfer Iron Works, and new steel that was brought in was painted gray. So as you look around the building and you see gray steel, you know that that was part of our project. Some of the other preservation techniques we used was to use crushed walnut shells for the abrasive cleaning of the brick on the interior, because the brick was very soft and we did not want to damage the glaze in the brick. On the exterior, we used a citric acid cleaning on the brick so as not to damage any of the brick on the outside of the building. When the project began, this building was covered in something that's called insulcrete, which is an exterior insulation that's impregnated with small pebbles, and every other one of the windows that you see now is actually covered over. As part of the project, all of the exterior insulation was removed and the brick was cleaned and repointed. Through some historic photographs that we found, we were able to replicate the existing window configuration, and every single one of the 136 windows that you see in the building now are true double hung windows, and every single one of them is operable. The Ironworks building is over 400 feet long, and it's interesting because the community center wanted to be more centrally focused with programs radiating out of a central program. But we were faced with dealing with a very linear building, which presented some challenges, but we found some unique opportunities there as well. For example, having the teens on the very end of the building and the senior programs on the opposite end of the building actually allowed both groups to have their space and allowed both groups to have their privacy and activities simultaneously. The corridor that we're sitting in now was very, very wide, and what we did was incorporate some of the programmatic elements and actually brought it into the corridor, which you see the long curving wood wall here is actually a locker and cubby areas for preschool and after school areas for children to be able to have a secure space to be in, meanwhile enjoying the daylight and the access. The large clear story section of the building allowed us to incorporate mechanical spaces as well as some conferencing mezzanines in the building as well. You'll notice as you walk through the building that we preserved some of the traveling cranes that were in the building when we got here that was originally used to transport material within the building. One of the unique features of the project is the mezzanine, which is located above the receptionist in the lobby. It's a little conference area. It's tucked up high in the clear story space, and from there you can see out the clear story windows and get a great view of solar panels. You can see all the way down the building. You can get a really close-up detailed view of the traveling crane, and it's also got a little bit of privacy up there too. It's something that the community center really wanted, and I'm really glad that we were able to incorporate it into the design. One of my favorite parts of the building is the way that the gymnasium and the Ironworks building work together. They face a lawn that the community uses. It faces south. It's got just great sunlight in the spring and the summer. It faces the bike path, and as you come in the driveway and you see the two buildings together with the public lawn in front of it, you just get a real sense that this is a community center.